Hi. As promised, here are two techniques to help you manage your social anxiety, which will ultimately help you increase your overall well being and confidence. My name is Aaron Leish, and I've spent over 15 years treating people with social anxiety. And over time, I've developed a system how people can overcome their social anxiety in a step by step manner. In this video, I will share with you two methods which you can apply pretty much immediately and already see some benefit from that in your management of that anxiety. Social anxiety is essentially a fear of people, and that is a strong wish to gain their approval. And when that approval is at risk and you're not sure whether you're going to get it, and especially if you feel that you're actually not getting it, it puts you into a state of anxiety. And that is extremely unpleasant and can often lead people, and maybe that's also happening to you, to a situation in which they're avoiding large chunks of life. So, the first technique is called acting. And what that basically entails is the following. I remember when I was once at a training, it was a psychotherapy training in which we were trained to deal with trauma, and they needed somebody to act the role of a victim of trauma, and I gave of myself to be in that role, and I really enacted that role and embodied the role so much so that I remember that I was literally shaking and I could hardly believe, to what extent my body was playing along with that role. And if you're looking at movies and you know about actors and actresses, they're paid to do exactly that because they can do that to a very high degree, to the point whereby they can evoke sympathy from you. For example, if they seem to be very poor or very heartbroken, whilst you even know at the back of your mind that that's not true at all, and they're being paid a lot of money to play that, but nevertheless, they do that so well that when you're looking at them, it looks like they really are that person that they are trying to enact. In a nutshell, your technique that you're getting from me today with acting basically entails that you should set away every day about 15 minutes in which you act as somebody who is very confident. You simply embody that role, whilst it's not true. You don't feel that way at all. You feel very socially anxious. But you are now entering a social situation and you've got people with you. It's a crew who are holding up cameras and videos and they're following along. And you're in a role of acting as somebody confident. So you got a straight back, you give firm handshakes, you speak your mind, and although you don't feel that way inside, you still do that. Let me give you an illustration for that and a metaphor. You've ever seen a duck on a lake swimming? So on the outside, it looks like the duck is very at peace, she's calmly swimming along the lake, but underneath the water, her legs are really flapping, but you don't see that. So as an actor or an actress, you are permitted to be fearful, but nobody needs to know that and nobody sees that. So you act as somebody very confident. You act exactly how you would like to be. And over time, this acting will have an overspill effect, right? The second technique that I would like to tell you, and that is distraction. And it's very simple essentially, and that is whilst you're talking to somebody and or while you're making a phone call or any other trigger of anxiety that you have, focus on something else other than your thoughts about anxiety. You can focus on the body shape of the person you're talking to. You can focus on the feel of the phone next to your ear. You can focus on the color of the wall. In other words, simply distract. And that too, over time, will start to have an effect that this anxiety will start to lessen. In my online course that I've produced for social anxiety, I elaborate much more on ways of how to battle with social anxiety. I also help you deal with it from the root, meaning the techniques that I'm giving you today are excellent in the managing of social anxiety, but really it would be ideal if you can altogether eliminate that you shouldn't have social anxiety. So look out for some emails from me regarding that course, And I highly recommend that if you have social anxiety, you give that a try. It comes with a 7-day money back guarantee, which means that you get access to the first module. And if it's not for you, you get your money back without any questions asked. And in that course, I really start with the root causes of social anxiety, why it's developed in that way. And very often, for people that have social anxiety, it's very surprising that they've got it because they know, people tell them you have so much potential and you're so clever and you can do so much, and yet you're filled with anxiety. So I really hope that these techniques will help you. And if you are looking for more help than that, then certainly have a look at my online course to help you battle with it at its core so you can go on to live your life with your full potential.